Hello friends, hope you all are doing very fine. My today's topic of discussion is multi-level queue scheduling. Now we have already discussed in my previous videos. You can check in my description box for the videos on CPU scheduling topic. We have already discussed priority scheduling, shortest job first scheduling, round robin, and first come first serve. Now, as we have already discussed about the different types of scheduling like FCFS, SJF, priority, and round robin. Okay. Hope you must be clear about the concept of these algorithm, because the multi-level queue scheduling uses these type of algorithm. So the concept for these algorithms should be clear. If in case you have any doubt, you can check in my previous videos for these algorithms, which are already being described in the description box. Now, what exactly are multi-level queue scheduling? Now, as the name itself speaks, multi-level queue, that means we are having the multi-level queue. Now, how do we define? Now, as we know, in our operating system, we always say we have n type of processes. Yes, we have suppose a queue, and we have suppose P1, P2, P3. There are n number of processes. But are these all processes same? No. We can say these processes may be different. Okay. So what do you mean by different? Means any process can be a system process, it may be a user or interactive process, or it may be a batch process. Okay, so we say whenever any queue is maintained for CPU to have any process, that means that these processes may be different. They cannot be same. Either they are interactive process. Interactive means a user process will be there, and any system process, and might be suppose as we have seen that there are n number of processes, like we have certain interrupts, CPU interrupts, IO interrupts, or any other system process may arrive. And the third kind of process may be like batch process. We have already discussed about the types of operating system, batch, what about batch processes. So each process maintains its queues. So we can say as there are different processes, so different queues are maintained, okay, to have the maximum utilization of the CPU. So we can say we are either having the background processes or the foreground processes. So when we are saying background processes, that means we are using the FCFS, first come first serve. And if we are having certain foreground processes, that means we are using the round robin. That means the first level queue. If you are maintaining n number of queues, okay, suppose now I have a system process, I have an interactive process, or I can say a user process, or I can have a batch process. So as you can see, of course, no doubt, system process having the highest priority, interactive user having less than the priority than the system, and then next will be your batch. So we say that batch process are the foreground process, are the background processes. Okay, so they are using the FCFS, that is first come first serve algorithm. So if we are maintaining the different queues, suppose this is Q0, this is Q1, this is Q2, so my foreground process may be using the round robin algorithm. So now you are clear, round robin. So quantum is being given to these processes, and each process is being, these processes are the system processes. They have the highest priority, they can be primed, they use the round robin algorithm to run the processes. Interactive processes are the user processes. Okay, so they may use first come first serve, SJF, priority. Then we have the batch. In this batch we are using the first come first serve processes. So we say background processes are the batch processes, which uses the concept of first come first serve. Foreground processes are the processes which are having the highest priority processes, like system processes are known as foreground processes, right? They are using the round robin concept. So round robin concept. Now suppose why we use these queues. These queues are used basically just to have the to maintain the different kind of processes. Okay, now so we say that scheduling among the queues is actually implemented as a fixed priority primitive scheduling. So the scheduling between these queues is implemented as the priority primitive scheduling. That means I want to switch. Now suppose if any, what do you mean by this? If I write scheduling among queues, what do you mean by that? शेड्यूलिंग अमंग क्यूज मतलब आप इन क्यूज के बीच में कैसे स्विच करेंगे, तो उसके लिए जो हम यूज करते हैं इज इम्प्लीमेंटेड एज फिक्स्ड प्रायोरिटी प्रिमिटिव शेड्यूलिंग. इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? इसका मतलब मैं इंटरैक्टिव प्रोसेस रन कर रही हूं और इस बीच में एक हाईएस्ट प्रायोरिटी एक सिस्टम प्रोसेस की रिक्वेस्ट आती है, तो मुझे स्विच करना पड़ेगा. दैट मीन्स दिस इज प्रिमिटिव. एंड व्हाई इट इज प्रिमिटिव? बिकॉज आई एम स्विचिंग फ्रॉम एन इंटरैक्टिव प्रोसेस टू अ सिस्टम प्रोसेस. एंड व्हाई? बिकॉज इट इज हैविंग द प्रायोरिटी. सो वी से द फोरग्राउंड. सो टू समराइज this, that we maintain the multi-level queues to run different types of processes because the processes are different. They are not the same. They are having the different processes. So to run these different processes, we maintain different queues, and the type of process will decide which algorithm to run. For example, background process runs use FCFS algorithm. Foreground process, for example, like system processes, use round robin algorithm. To switch between these queues, what type of algorithm we are using? Priority primitive scheduling. So all these algorithms are important and they are being used in case of multi-level queue scheduling. Now we have one problem with multi-level queue scheduling, that is known as starvation. Starvation means if suppose any process is running and it takes too long to run, for that reason some other process in the queue keeps waiting for so long. सो दैट मीन्स बहुत देर तक उसको वेट करना पड़ता है. तो हम इसको कैसे प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं? सो दिस स्टारवेशन, this is one disadvantage, you can say a problem in this kind of algorithm. So to overcome this, we use one algorithm which is known as multi-level feedback queue scheduling. So only one word feedback will be added into it. So I hope in this multi-level queue scheduling we are not having any kind of numerical into it, because it already contains n number of algorithm based on FCFS, SJF, priority, round robin. So because it is using these algorithms only, so you'll get the numerical on this only. But you should know the concept of multi-level queue scheduling, right? So the next algorithm to overcome the problem of starvation, please watch my next video for multi-level feedback queue scheduling, which overcomes or prevents the starvation problem which exists in multi-level queue scheduling. So I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for today's video. Thank you so much.